Good afternoon, everybody. I am another subscriber, Timothy. Today we'll be looking at continuations on how to prove laws of logarithm. In the last video, I did from 1 to number 5. In this video, I'm going to do from number 6 to number 10. So if you concentrate very well, you're going to get what I have to give. So from number 6, I have that a log to the base b x1 dot x2 dot x3 dot xn is equals to log to the base b of x1 plus log to the base b of x2 plus log to the base b of x3 plus plus log to the base b of x1 n. I'm going to solve this with three methods, and I can call this one method 1 actually. So now I do this. Let log b x1 dot x2 dot x3 dot xn equal to z. So therefore that maps my z. So therefore my b raised to the power what z is equals to what x1 dot x2 dot x3 dot x what n. So I'll now also say let log b x1 equals to what m log b x2 equals to what n log b x3 equals to what u log b xn equals to what v. So now say that makes my what x1 equals to what b raised to the power m, my x2 equals to what b raised to the power n, my x3 equals to what b raised to the power u, my xn equals to what b raised to the power v. So I'm now going to substitute this in this. I have my b raised to the power z is equals to what is my x1, my xn is b raised to the power m, multiplied by what is my x2 is b raised to the power m, multiplied by b raised to the power u, multiplied by multiplied by b raised to the power what v. Now remember in indices, when they have the same base but different powers, you can add the powers. So that means that my b raised to the power z is now equals to what b raised to the power m plus n plus u plus plus v. So now since they are of the same base again, I can now equate the powers and now have that b raised to the power z is equals to what? I can now have that z is equals to m plus n plus u plus plus v. And what is my z? My z is log to the base b of x1 dot x2 dot x3 dot xn is equals to what is my m? My m is log to the base b of x1 plus log, my n is log to the base b of x2 plus my u is log to the base b of x3 plus plus my v is what log to the base b of xn. So now we have succeeded to prove that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side and the right hand side is equal to the left hand side and vice versa. So next thing I'm going to do now is to use method 2 to prove it. And method 2 is actually, it looks like method 1, but they are not what? The same. For using this method, the log of base 10 1000 is equals to 3, 10 to the power 3 is equals to what? 1000. I'm going to apply this directly to this and use some constructions to show off some things. So I now have that b raised to the power the log of base b x1 plus log to the base b x2 plus log to the base b x3 plus plus log to the base b xn is equals to x1 dot x2 dot x3 dot xn. So now what do I have here? I have that b, okay, let log b x1 equal to m log b x2 equals to n log b x3 equals to u log bxn equal to what? V. I'll now have that b raised to the power m plus n plus u plus plus what? V plus v is equals to x1 dot x2 dot x3 dot xn. And remember, in indices, when it is like this, it means they have the same base but different what? different powers, then they add the powers. Actually, it was multiplication before. So now I'm going to separate this. I'm going to take back this. I'm going to take this back to its original form. I now have that b raised to the power m multiplied by b raised to the power m multiplied by b raised to the power u multiplied by multiplied by b raised to the power v is equals to what, x1 multiplied by x2 multiplied by x3 multiplied by multiplied by what, xn. So now this is how it is. You can now say let b raised to the power m equals to x1, b raised to the power n equals to x2, b raised to the power u equals to x3, b raised to the power v equals to xn. We now have that here x1, which is b raised to the power m multiplied by x2, which is b raised to the power n multiplied by x3, which is b raised to the power u multiplied by multiplied by xn, which is b raised to the power v equals what, x1 multiplied by x2 multiplied by x3 multiplied by multiplied by xn. Now we have succeeded to show that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side and the right hand side is equal to the left hand side. So this is the method 2 I'm talking about, and there's no much thing there. So the next one now we are going to show now is number 7. Number 7 says the log to the base b 1 over x is equals to what, negative log to the base b of what, x. So now what we do here is, first of all, say let log b 1 over x equals to what, u. Let log b 1 over x equal to u, and log bx equals to what, equal to, let's say, v. Now this will leave you with b raised to the power u is equal to 1 over what, x, and b raised to the power v is equal to what, x. So now I'm going to substitute this x here. I now have that b raised to the power u is equal to 1 over what, b raised to the power v. This will give us that b raised to the power u is equal to what, b raised to the power 0 over what, b raised to the power v. Now this will give us that b raised to the power u is equal to what, b raised to the power 0 divided by what, b raised to the power v. Now this will give us that b raised to the power u is equal to what, b raised to the power minus what, 0 minus v. Now this will bring us here, b raised to the power u is equal to what, b raised to the power negative what, v. Since they have the same base, you can now say that what, you can now take the logarithm to the same base of both sides. Log of what, log of b raised to the power u is equals to what, log of what, b raised to the power v. So now this will give us that remember log of a number to the base of that same number is 1. So we can now say that u is equals to what, negative v. U is equals to negative v. So what is our u? Our u is log of 1 over what, x is equals to what? What is our negative v? Our negative v, remember that v is equals to this. The negative v is negative log base b of x. Actually, there is another way I can solve this, but that will come in the next video. So this is how I solve number 7. So we'll go back to number 8. Go back to number 8. Number 8 says the log of what, x, log base b. Number 8 says log base b of what, x over what, y is equals to log base b x minus log base b y. Actually, number 7 and number 8 is the same thing, but just that number 7 is a special case of number 8 where x is equals to what, 1. So I cannot say let log base b of x equals to u, log base b of y equals to what, v. Now this will give me that what, b raised to the power u is equals to x, and b raised to the power v is equals to what, y. And let log bx over y equals to what, z. So that this will give me that my b raised to the power z is equals to what, x over y. So what is my x here? So now I'm going to say that b raised to the power z, using this, I will substitute this and this. I will substitute this and this here. What is my x now? My x is b raised to the power u. b raised to the power u over my y is what? B raised to the power v. And this, they are the same base. I can now say that b raised to the power z is equals to what? B raised to the power u divided by b raised to the power v. Now this will give me that b raised to the power z is equals to what? B raised to the power u minus what? V. Since they have the same what? Base, I can equate the powers. B raised to the power z is equals to, z now is equals to what? U minus what? V. So what is my u? I say let my u be equals to, so now this is, what is my z? My z is log to the base b of what? X over y is equal to, what is my u? My u is log to the base b of x. What is my v? Log to the base b of y. Now having done this, you see that this is, they are the same thing we have here. So we have succeeded to show that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side and the right hand side is equal to the left hand side, meaning that we have proved that law of logarithm. So we'll go over to number 9. Go back to number 9. Number 9 says the log of base b of x raised to the power m is equals to m log base b of what? X. Now I want to tell you that this number 9 and this number 6 is the same thing. This number 9 and number 6 is the same thing, but just that this, okay, don't worry. Let's continue. First of all, I don't know how to prove this. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to begin. But since this since they say that this, we now say let m equal to 1. Okay, if m is equals to 1, we now have that log base b of what? X raised to the power 1 is equals to 1 log base b of what? X. If m is equals to 2, that means that log base b of x squared is equals to what? 2 log base b of what? X. Now this thing is also the same as log base b of x times x is equals to 2 log base b of what? X. So now let's check if that, let's check this number. Let us prove this number 2 now. Proving number 2, say log base b of x squared is equals to 2 log base b of what? X. I want to say let log base b x squared equal to what? Z, so that b raised to the power z is equals to what? X squared. I will now say again, let log base b of x be equals to what? U, so that b raised to the power u is equals to what? X. So I'm not going to substitute this here. What do I have? B raised to the power z is equals to what? X squared. And what is x? X is my what? B raised to the power u. So this means that b raised to the power z, b raised to the power z is equals to what? X raised to the power 2u. X raised to the power 2 what? U. And no. B raised to the power z is equals to, so what is x? X is what? B. B. This is what it's going to be. So as not to confuse ourselves, we know that this is what? B raised to the power z is equals to what? X times what? X. So now, this is what we are going to use. This will now give us that b raised to the power z is equals to, what is our x? It's equals to b raised to the power u times what? B raised to the power u. Since they are the same base and the same power, you can either multiply the bases or you add the what? The powers. You can also, so therefore b raised to the power z now is equals to what? B raised to the power 2u. Since they are the same base, we can equate the powers. So this implies that z is equals to what? 2u. B is equals to 2u now. So let's continue from here. We continue from this very place. What is our z? Our z is log bx squared. Log bx squared is equals to, what is our u? Our u is 2 log bx. So this first case satisfied our the question they asked us to prove. Let's check when m is equals to 3. Now say if m is equals to 3, what are we going to get? We have that what? Have that log base bx m is equals to is equals to 3 log bx. Now this, you know that x raised to the power 3 is equals to x multiplied by x multiplied by what? X. So that's what we are going to use to solve that. And ouch. So we now say let log base b x raised to the power 3 is equal to what? Z, so that b raised to the power z is now equals to what? Is now equals to x raised to the power 3, and let log base b x equals to what? U, so that our b raised to the power u is equals to what? Is equals to x. So from here now, I can now put this in this. I can now put this in this. B raised to the power z now is equals to what? X multiplied by x multiplied by what? X. And what is our x? Our x is what? B raised to the power u. This implies that b raised to the power z now is equals to what? B raised to the power u multiplied by b raised to the power u multiplied by b raised to the power u. Now, since they are the same base and the same powers, you can either multiply the bases or what? You add the powers. So we now have that b raised to the power z now is equals to what? B raised to the power 3u. So now what is since they have the same base, you can equate the powers to finish it off. So we now have that z is equals to what? 3u. So what is our z now? Our z is log to the base b x to the power 3 is equals to what is our u? 3 log. Our u is what? 3 log base b x. So now we see that this one, when m is equals to 3, it satisfies also the condition. So we can now generalize it. We can now put it in a general form by saying that log to the base b of x raised to the power m is now equal to m the log base b what? X. So now we have proved that with those factors that I claimed. So go back to number 10. Number 10 says the log of a to the base b is equals to 1 over what? Log of what? A b. We want to prove this. But proving this now, I can say log, okay, let log b equals to what? Z. I will now say that what? That, okay, yes, that therefore says that b raised to the power z is equals to what? A. B raised to the power z is equals to what? A. What am I going to do? How am I going to manipulate to get this? I can say take what? The log of the same base to both sides. I can now say log to the base a of what? B raised to the power z is equals to log to the base a of what? A. Why did I put this in like this? My aim is to get this one. My aim is to do what? To make one side to be what? 1. And then I know that log of a number to the base of that same number is what? 1. So that is what I applied here. So that's what I'm going to get here now is what? Log base a b raised to the power z is equals to what? 1. So now, having done this, from this number 9 that we proved, this one here now will now give us that log to the base a b power z is equals to what? Z is equals to z log base a what? B, which is equals to what? 1. So now, having done this, it will now be easier for me to divide both sides by log base b, log base ab. When I divide both sides by log base ab now, what I'm going to get, z log base ab is equals to what? 1 divided by log base ab divided by log base ab. I will now have that my my z is equals to 1 over what? Log base ab. So now this, let me finish it here. What is my z? My z is log base ba, and my is equals to what? 1 over log base a b. So now I have succeeded to show you that this left hand side is equal to the right hand side with this. There are other ways to do that, but that will come in my next video. I thank you all for watching. My name, I still remember SIR-MuCOT. Please, I beg each and every one of you that watch this video, if there is any place you can give me a correction or what I did is good, you can give me a thumbs up. If there is correction, you drop it on the comment box below. As soon as I see it, I will respond to it. Thank you very much and do have a nice day.